Righto. So, I think this is probably time to get started. So, give me a bit of time to compose myself, get some bits together, and probably for all 0 people at the moment that are watching, do a bit of an overview of what we're actually doing here. So, if you are new to this whole experience, you're probably a bit confused as to the name of the stream that we're doing today. So essentially, I have been watching a couple of streamers, namely CDogVA watching Subnautica recently, so it's given me the itch to jump back into the game and do some playing. If you've known me for some time, you probably also know that I have lost the ability to play any sort of game in English, unfortunately. So I've always loved games, but as of probably about 2 or 3 years ago, I've dedicated almost all of my time to simply playing games in Japanese. And down this odd rabbit hole, I've found probably a bit of an insane and crazy way to learn language and build up my vocab simply by playing stupid games. So it keeps me entertained, keeps me out of trouble. One thing I did quite a long time back, so I don't hope anyone goes to find it, or one viewer watching at the moment. But I did a bit of a series called an Idiot's Challenge a long while ago, where I tried to complete Monster Hunter by getting every single piece of armor in the game. And while I love that idea and I do hope to go back to it, one thing that I do want to do more so now is see about doing more language-based challenges with the games I'm playing at the moment. And while I've already done a bit of a review on my website of Subnautica, I love it so much, and seeing things recently just encouraged me to pick it up again, because if you love a game, why not? So what I'm doing today is essentially playing through Subnautica, and every time I come across a word that I don't know, I'm going to start again from scratch. So probably as insane as it sounds, I do want to see if I can complete the game, but obviously it's going to come with its own difficulties. But the side effect of that is I can learn some vocabulary along the way. So if you're happy to sit and watch, feel free to join. Wilbur. Starting on the shout outs already. So let's fire away. So essentially what the process is going to be is I'm going to play through, I'm going to do my best to confidently read out everything that I come across. I don't want to cheat, and I'm happy for anyone to call out any wrong readings that I've got or anything that isn't up to scratch, so I'm more than happy to take feedback on board and start again wherever seen fit. So without further ado, let's see how long this first run lasts, which I wouldn't imagine is going to be very long at all. So first couple of words on the screen, so nice and easy ones, a couple of katakana words. So we have pure, sette, credito, and shuryo. So play, settings, credits, and finish, end, terminate. I'll move away from any of the boring gumph, because as much as it's useful vocabulary, we don't all want to see that. We're here for some of the more interesting stuff. So what I am going to do, I've played Subnautica quite a bit in terms of console, only recently downloaded it again on PC just for this, essentially. So I'm actually going to start fresh. So probably could have done with some of the vocab there, but let's do a completely blank state, starting from scratch. Here we go. So, play 新しいデータでゲームを始める. So let's start the game with new data. Oh dear, I can already feel the dread. So, 新しいゲーム survival. So new game, survival mode. So 危険な道の惑星に不時着した. So into this unknown dangerous planet we have crash landed. そう資源を集めながら水と食料を確保し生き延びる. So let's survive by collecting resources such as water and food. This is the one I'm going to go for, but before we move on, so we have freedom, survival mode と似ており, so similar to survival mode, 空腹や kawaki wa arimasen. So you have no hunger and no thirst. Hardcore, ichido kiri no inochi no survival mode desu. So with just one life, survival mode. Sanso kire no koukoku wa arimasen. There is no alert for running out of oxygen. And last but not least, creative. So 制限なく何でも製造可能。酸素、食料、水圧、脂肪はありません。So, no time limit, and you can create anything. Oxygen, food, water pressure, and death are not present. No death. I'm not going to be that brave, so I'm going to go for survival mode. So here we go. We managed to make it through the menu, which is something good, I suppose, and give myself some credit. Having played some of this before as well, probably a bit of a disclaimer. With Subnautica, the spoken audio is all in English, so the subtitles are in Japanese. They come up not too quickly, but quicker than I'd like for being able to show anything in this sort of channel. So what I will do is probably be reading through the PDA after those events come out, just to make sure I'm capturing anything. I'll be trying to read them as soon as possible, so, well, depending on not getting attacked by a Reaper. But I will read through them, and anything that we come up against that I'm not able to read, same rules apply. So, いずれかのボタンを押して続行. So, press any button to proceed. Escape or 流しで skip. I won't skip because there are a couple of extra bits in there for reading, so let's see how it goes. How many times am I going to see this scene? 発車まであと3、2、1. F8 を押してバグを報告しフィードバックを行いましょう. The fun thing about this as well is I'm going to have to survive at the same time while managing what I can read. So, yeah, wish me luck. More and more I'm thinking this is a stupid challenge, but I suppose that makes it slightly more entertaining. We'll see. I just hope I don't have to make anything nice and then get rid of it. So, here we go. So, shoukaki o toru. Hi. The irony of having to read fire extinguisher before putting out the fire. I know. Job done. Right. Let's start. So, PDA already. Kinkyu mode de kidou chu. Loading up in emergency mode. Rodo chu. Tobu ni. Never mind. See what I mean? The subtitles are going to go pretty quick. But what I'll do is if I close this and open it again, I should. Oh. Ongo kyuroku. Hi. There we go. Hi, so tobu ni keido no gaisho. Oh no. We might have our first word already, and we're only on the first PDA. So what I'll be doing for this, I'm gonna need to look up the words that I don't know and add them to either an Anki deck, write them down, do whatever's required. But fairly sure I've seen this one before. I do recognise that kanji, but I'm gonna jot it down. I think if there's any doubt, it is on me to take it away, double check, and unfortunately start again. So I've accepted my defeat. However, what I will do is just read through the rest of it just to make sure, one, I can get ahead of the game, ready for the next run, but also just to make sure I've got everything I need. So, tobu ni keido no gaisho something. Genjou kara suru to, sairyou no kekka to kangaeraremasu. PDA wa hitotsu no shirei to tomo ni kenkyū mode de saikidou shimashita. Issei no sekai de anata wo ikasu koto desu. I'm going to write that one down as well. That technically counts as cheating, but we're learning. We're learning, and this is where we get our process from, I suppose. So, I won't put that word on there. I'm going to have to be good. I'm going to have to stick to the rules. So, 詳細なサバイバルアドバイスについてはデータバンクを算定 for. This is going to be bad, isn't it? The early stages are going to be rough. and this is just encouragement. So yeah, I'm ready for this. Let's see how we get on. Kudasai koun o inorimasu. Or inorishimasu. I'm glad they're praying for good fortune because I'm not feeling overly hopeful. Let's see. So, as per the rules, number one, no saving. So, yoroshii desu ka? Save sarete inai shinkou joukyo o ushinawaremasu. So, are you sure you want to do this? You're going to leave without saving? Unfortunately, Sai. Saishu save kara from the last save no keika jikan 4 minutes. So let's start the tally. I should probably put one of those on. I will add that to the next stream. So unfortunately 4 minutes in, first stream, one down. So let's go. So プレイ設定クレジット終了。プレイ新しいデータでゲームを始めるサバイバル。I'm not going to read these every time because it probably bore you guys. Maybe I'll make a rule about doing it every 5th or 10th time. We'll see how rapidly these runs go. What I have forgotten to do though is look up that word. So I don't want to not do that because otherwise we're just going to start the same old cycle again. Do forgive me, talk amongst yourselves. What do we have? So we're talking about defeats. What I will do as well. To carry on one's back, to carry a defeat. Otteru. What I will do, once this cutscene's over, is I will add that to the screen for you, so you guys can see exactly where I failed. Hashamare ato 3, 2, 1. I'm sure these streams will probably get longer and the runs will get more successful as time goes on, so I suppose it's a good thing that I've got essentially no one watching. Not to judge. Sorry, Boo. And another hit to the face. How many times are it's gonna happen so many times? Righto. So what we'll do, Shokaki. Hi. Subarashi. Hi. Am I going to make it out of the pod today? That is the question.